Cameras these days are jam-packed with a huge array of incredible features to help you capture the world around you, but sometimes it's hard to know where to start. So today we'll be breaking down some of the most useful and common settings to help you take control of your Canon camera. When it comes to shooting modes on your camera, at one end of the difficulty scale is auto, and the other with full control is manual. AV and TV sit somewhere in the middle of that difficulty scale, letting you control one setting and your camera figures out the rest. AV, or aperture value, lets you control your depth of field by opening or closing your aperture. TV, or time value, lets you control how you freeze motion by speeding up or slowing down your shutter speed. Let's have a look at when you might use each of these settings. So for this shoot, I'm photographing a family enjoying a day at the beach. I've set my camera to AV so that I can open my aperture for blurry backgrounds when taking portraits, or close it down for crisp, deep depth of field shots when taking landscapes. Now we're at the bike track and we're ready to start playing with our shutter speed, so I've switched the camera to TV. This way I can freeze the motion with the fast shutter speed, or try something a bit more experimental by slowing the shutter speed down for more motion blur. Autofocus these days is pretty incredible. You can get great results by leaving the default settings turned on, but here are a few examples of how you can use built-in focus presets to get pin-sharp photos every time. A great feature to use when taking photos of people is eye tracking. Another key setting is your focus mode. The servo focus mode is great for tracking subjects moving towards you, while one shot is perfect for portrait and landscape images. Here we've got a little trickier focusing scenario. I've got a biker jumping towards me, so I've set the focus mode to servo and selected focus preset AF3. It's a great setting for tracking fast moving subjects that suddenly enter the frame. Sometimes you need peace, quiet, and no distractions when photographing. Using the silent shutter function can help keep your subjects at ease and in the moment. Make sure to switch back to the mechanical shutter if photographing something like this though. The electronic shutter can cause more distortion when photographing fast motion. Getting beautiful and accurate colours in your images is really important, and making sure you're using the right white balance is a huge part of achieving that. There are some great presets built in for most common lighting scenarios you'll find. We're outside in the beautiful sunshine, and so I'm going to set my white balance to the daylight preset. If I was doing a shoot outside like this, I could leave my preset on all day and not have to think about it. If you find yourself in a situation in the shade like this, the light's going to be a bit of a different colour. If you set the white balance to the shade setting, it's going to keep your images looking great. RAW lets you unleash the full power of your camera, but the files are a lot bigger and take up a lot more card space. You'll also need software like Adobe Lightroom in order to process and edit those images, but the results can be incredible. For this shoot, I've chosen to shoot RAW. The family want to print one of these photos to hang on their wall, so I've got time to tweak and edit the photos on my computer so they look exactly how I want. However, for this shoot, I'm shooting both RAW and JPEG. I want to get the writers something they can post straight after the session, and I can do that by transferring them to my phone by using the Camera Connect app. Hopefully by now you've discovered a few new features of your Canon camera that you can start using in your photography. For our last tip, I'm going to show you how to use the quick menu to access your most frequently used settings. Simply push the Q button and 10 different settings quickly become available for you to instantly change to your needs. For example, my white balance is currently set to daylight. I can push the daylight icon and change my preset to something different. Try the Q menu when you're out shooting. It can save you time so that you don't miss that once in a lifetime shot.